I'm a bad guy, a lawbreaker, a rebel, but that doesn't mean I don't have fucking standards. I don't think murder is okay in most circumstances, but I sure as hell think there are exceptions. And today, Jen and I are talking about Untamed by Ariel Hendrix.
Yeah, that's
It's
the
really,
one.
it's really interesting because on the quotes on Goodreads, it says that her name is MJ Hendrix. So,
Oh, weird.
yeah, that's why I confirmed the name. So, if you listened to our last episode, you kind of got an idea of how our book lineup is.
We
Yeah. What'd I say?
That
Huh?
works.
Oh, okay. And sorry, I thought you said week, and I'm like, what'd I say wrong? And so this is a book that Jen had already read that had showed up on my list, and so we read it, and it's probably not nice to say what I really want to say about this book. We don't need to go through a synopsis, just don't read it. But no, okay. So the synopsis is there's this ranch. There's lots of ranches, and I don't even know what their last name is. Redworth,
Yeah,
whatever. The Red
Redford.
Ranch is a very big ranch, one of the biggest ones. There's a mayor there that doesn't like the people on this because there's a family feud that's going back like 20 years because the Redford's brother's father, and then I don't even know what the redhead chick's name is. Katie? No. Rosie? No. Roxy?
Oh, are you talking about the FMC for this book?
Yeah. Her friend's name is
Hold on.
Dolly. His name is Holden. I can tell you the brothers' names. Holden, Sterling. There's a D
Rosie.
one. Rosie.
I hate that
Rosie's
name.
dad is the mayor. She's the mayor's daughter. The mayor and Father Redford, I don't know, Daddy Redford, both were kind of seeing the same girl. And she didn't pick the mayor. She picked the rancher because the mayor is evil and cruel. So now you're 20 years later, it's the second generation. Rosie is friends with Dolly. They're best friends. They've been best friends since like elementary school. So Rosie is on their farm and stuff a lot. I don't know, is farm an accurate term for a ranch? I'm going to say farm.
It's a
And
ranch.
is there a difference between a farm and a ranch?
Yeah, farm is mostly for like crops. Ranch is more cattle.
Okay. Thank you for that.
You're
I just use
welcome.
them interchangeably. But they're all...
I feel like they're all
Okay.
farms.
Okay. Well, I was going to say they're all farmers of some sort. Or ranchers.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense now. Okay. Learn something new. We're going to pretend that I have lived in Texas my whole life. And I should know this. So here's one of the things I didn't like about it. I know we're in the middle of the synopsis, but the story is talking through present time, but every few chapters it flashes back because Holden goes to prison for 3 years. And the reason why Holden goes to prison for 3 years is because he kills the mayor's uncle, because the mayor's uncle is trying to rape Dolly's sister on their ranch lands.
The mayor's brother, her uncle.
Yes.
Right?
Sorry. Yes.
Mayor's
Rosie's
brother.
the uncle, the mayor's brother.
Rosie's uncle. Yeah.
Okay. So he goes to jail for 3 years, but he gets pardoned by the governor and gets out. His sentence gets reduced because what you don't know until one of the flashbacks later on is that the governor's niece was also raped by the uncle/brother. And Holden was there when it happened and tried to stop it to the best of his ability and whatnot. But the female never wanted to report it or press charges. Well, when she finds out that he's in prison for killing him, she sends him a letter. And so what Holden does was say, hey, just so you know, I killed this motherfucker because he also raped your niece. And so the governor pardoned him and he got out. So now it's the story of Holden and Rosie fighting their feelings for each other because Holden thinks that Rosie is still dating his brother Dalton or Daniel or whatever his
Whatever
name
his name
is.
was.
But they broke up. They were on the verge of breakup before he even went to prison.
Yeah.
And he's got this whole I can't be with somebody who my brother's been with whole stupid monologue that he just repeats over and over again, which is annoying. And the mayor's pissed. The mayor, I'm just going to cut this really short. The mayor, after finds out he gets out, is now trying to do everything he can to sabotage the ranch, to sabotage them, to get him back into prison, get somebody back into prison, whatever. If it's by the fighting, if it's by trying to drug up their bulls, if it's by trying to set them up for kidnapping his wife and daughter again. Not again, for the first time.
Mm.
And I think those are about the main three things. Well,
Yeah.
in between all of this, Rosie and Holden are sort of getting close, sort of not. Holden has this whole thing, and then when he finds out that Rosie never slept with his brother and that she was still a virgin, that changes everything. But when she gets kidnapped, because her mom goes missing first, then she gets kidnapped, and then they find her on the Redfords ranch lands in one of their old hunting cabins or whatever. They find a phone and they need to take it somewhere to get it reviewed, but nowhere near them because they can't trust nobody because everybody's in the mayor's pocket. They fly to Oregon. I don't know where they're stationed at, so I don't know how long it takes them to do that. While they're in Oregon while all this is happening and Rosie's getting better, everyone's telling her, you can't let nobody know your dad's behind this. Like, we're trying to keep you safe, da-da-da-da-da. This bitch, this heifer, while they're in Oregon, calls the cops and turns him in. Yeah. Don't even get me started on that. And
No, she doesn't call the cops. She
no,
calls her mom.
No, she calls the cops. Check it again. That's why I was so upset, and I told you I was going to tear this book to pieces. Because
I think you're right.
when she goes back to Holden, she's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't believe you, and that I called the cops." Because when they
Oh,
come
that's
back
right.
and he gets out, they don't talk, and she's pissed off that he hasn't reached out to her. Well, one, his lawyer is telling him not to reach out to you, and two, bitch, you turned him in. If that is a sign that I don't want to be with you, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Then she talks to her mom and her aunt. Her mom is like, I'm pretty sure your dad was there. Your dad was involved with this. She's like, you need to get away. Her mom turns state evidence against him, whatever. And then Holden and Rosie end up together. The end. Now let's talk about some things. One, I don't think the flashbacks were necessary. They were irritating. We all know I don't like flashbacks. They were just more irritating because I think she set the story up really well. I will give her that. She set the story up really well. And we know why he killed the uncle brother. Like, we know. It's because he raped Dolly. We don't need the flashbacks leading up to that. Like, we know that. Like, I don't feel like there was no information in there that we needed that we didn't already get with the setup. That's what I'm thinking. That's my first problem.
Okay.
My second problem is I don't like Rosie. I hate her. That's not a problem. That's just a statement. My second problem is Holden coming back and I left one thing out of the synopsis. He has trouble sleeping and he found that the best way that he can sleep is if Rosie's sleeping next to him. So he pays her to sleep next to him so he can get some sleep because he can't sleep. I think my second problem with this book is Holden coming back and like him having this high standard, I guess. of I can't be with Rosie because she dated my brother. It must be an arbitrary thing that's like in his head or a family thing. I don't know, because I'm like, I got tired of hearing it because every time we flipped to him, that's all that he talked about. And it just
Right,
irritated
yeah.
me. I can't be with her. She's been with my brother. I can't be with her. She's been with my brother. I can't be with her. She's been with my brother. Why is my brother letting his girlfriend do this? Why is my brother letting his girlfriend do this without just fucking asking, hey, are y'all still together? Did y'all fuck? Annoying. And then my final thing that I had an issue with this is Rosie and her calling the cops. I we talk about characters being naive, and we talk about too stupid to live, and we talk about all those things, but she is not a good character. She is not a strong character. She and I don't even want to say that she's naive because I feel like that's a cop out for her. I think she's just I don't know what to call her. I don't know. I'll think of something. But her going along with them after they rescued her and like trying to figure out who took her and turning him in, regardless if I liked the book beforehand, ruined the whole story for me.
Right, yeah.
And then her to get pissed off at him because she didn't reach out or talk, or because he didn't reach out and talk to her. Like she was holding this grudge against him, like, well, it's been like 2 weeks and you didn't call. Hello? You got him arrested for kidnapping. Why would he call you? I mean, I could nitpick this whole thing, but I'm pretty sure my feelings are clear. I was really disappointed. And I think it goes back to what we talked about of how endings can taint the whole book for you.
Yeah.
Like I could get over the flashbacks. I just skipped most of them. You're skimmed them really quickly. I don't need this information. Him bitching about his brother. I can skip that. Like that's fine. Get over his internal monologue and then get on to the rest of the story. Those are all things that are fine. But that ending piece, because let me tell you, that's when I text you I was going to shred this book because it didn't. She doesn't like her dad. She doesn't trust her dad. So I don't understand what the point of it was. What was the point of getting him arrested instead of just waiting for the phone results because they get them anyways and then just going back home? I don't understand what the point of that is.
Yeah.
Hi, Jen. How do you feel about the book?
I mean, honestly, I don't have any counter arguments, unfortunately. I read this book before you, and then when it popped up on your TBR, I was like, yeah, you should totally read it, basically, so that we can talk trash about it together. I just didn't tell you that at the time.
I'm
So,
pretty I'm pretty sure I texted
you
you at one point. I was
know,
like, I know why you didn't read the rest of the books in the series now.
here's what I didn't like. All of your points are 100% valid. Like, and I got annoyed by all of those same points. But I'll tell you what irritated me the most was the like it's like she tried to create a organized crime syndicate isn't the right word, but that's what my brain is coming up with. But like an organized crime situation with like the drugged cows and like, all of this. And it was just oh, and then like the underground bull riding. Like
I forgot about that.
I just thought it was the stupidest. Like, I'm going to throw this in here because it's supposed to be a dark romance, and this is as close to the mafia with cowboys as I can get. Like, that's what it felt like to me. Like,
Yeah.
I would rather them have been running, I don't know, what are some of the mafia romance books that we like, that we're okay with what they're running? I don't know. I
Actually,
can't
most
think
of the
that
ones
far.
that we like, they don't run anything except for maybe like weapons.
They're
Because I'm
like,
thinking Carter Reed, I'm thinking Unholy
yeah, that's
Vows.
what I was thinking. Like, it's more like they're protecting their people from like the actual bad people, and
Mm-hmm.
like making sure they're well taken care of. Like, that's the kind of dynamic for like mafia that I prefer. And this was just stupid. Now, I think it would work maybe in a different way. I think there was a lot going on. Like, you had the underground bull riding, and then you had the mayor who was like getting, this other rancher to like try to do these shots so that they can have bigger cattle and they can make more money on the scales. But like, if that had been like that storyline, that point would have worked, I feel like, if it had been more involved. Like,
Mm-hmm.
instead of it being like this whole, the mayor's brother and he killed him and he was in jail, and now you have like this forbidden love situation. Like, I would have much preferred, like, I don't know, she's a, I don't know if USDA would investigate that or something, but like, she's from some government agency that's like going to investigate these reports on this drug that's coming out, because all of a sudden these, 8, 9 month old steers are coming in twice the weight that they should be, or that they were the year before, and it's throwing red flags, right? So like,
Mm-hmm.
she comes in, she's trying to take down the operation, and she thinks he's involved somehow, but like, that's how the story goes. Like, that would work for a dark romance cowboy novel. This felt like a fucking hot mess with six different plot points that like never interconnected and just
Mm-hmm.
ran amok in the different chapters. Does that make sense?
No, it does. It makes total sense. You explained that way better than I did. Okay. Misty ranted. Jen cleans up and translates. Okay.
I just, I like, there were just so, it was just so messy, and it wasn't a good messy. There were too many plot points that like didn't matter. I i like flashbacks. I like getting additional context and storylines. Like, so the flashbacks didn't bother me. I think 100% that you could have had the story without them. I think there was absolutely enough implied and like what comes to light throughout the book. Like, you didn't need them, but they didn't bother me. I don't know. I, I've read so many cowboy romances, and I was really looking forward to like a dark cowboy romance, like a something with like a bit more spice, a bit more like, for lack of a better way of saying it, like beef to the story.
That was good.
No, that wasn't even intentional. No pun intended. Like, I just wanted more meat in the story, rather than like, you get this bone and then this bone and then this bone and then this bone and then this bone, and then okay, here's your happily ending, happily
Mm-hmm.
ever after. Like, that's what bothered me about the book, and why like I started the next one. Like, I got 2 pages in, and like, I just don't care.
Yeah. There was nothing about the characters to bring me back. There was nothing about I didn't connect with anybody in that series or that book.
Yeah, agreed. And we've read other things of hers, haven't we?
No, I think this is the first thing.
Was it? I felt like,
Is there something we DNF from her? But she's not on our
dang, I
list.
don't, let's see. I can't find like a actual website for her.
Well,
Wow.
remember, it's saying MJ Hendrix on Goodreads, but on the book it says Ariel Hendrix.
Yeah, I just switched to searching for.
And
I'm
it's
still not
Redford.
seeing like an author.
MJHendrix.com is what it says on Goodreads.
She's work on her. Yeah, it's not MJ Hendrix author.
This site can't be reached, so I think she doesn't have a website anymore.
Huh. Well,
Oh, she's a native Texan.
yeah, I guess we haven't read anything else of hers. I thought the name sounded familiar, but I don't really have any interest in reading anything else at
Yeah.
this point. I'm ready to try like the I think there's a cowboy dark romance that you sent me that I was like, ooh, that looks better.
I sent you a couple. We're going to have a great season next year. Or, I mean, not next year, next season.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that's what we decided.
Well, we're going to try. We'll see.
Yeah, well, fair.
But I'm excited about it.
All
I
right.
think all the things that we have lined up are going to be really good.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
So, all in all, I would say I don't think it's worth the read, but if you just need something you can knock out in a couple hours because you're just filling time and space, there are other things I would recommend.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Because the spice wasn't even that good either.
I don't even remember anything.
It like meh.
Didn't they
It
have like
was pretty
sex in the
subpar.
hotel room and that was it? Yeah, that's
Maybe.
another thing. She just lost her virginity to him and then she turns around and calls the cops on him. Irritating.
Oh yeah.
Irritating.
Agreed.
Okay, ready to rate love?
I think so.
Darkness.
2.
I guess I'm okay with that. I can't counter argue it. I just don't want it to have a high rating. Okay.
I mean, I don't think it's a high rating. I think it falls as a 2.
I mean, because there is some type of manipulation, coercion.
I
Yeah.
mean, at this level, the darkness begins to deepen, introducing more complex themes such as forbidden love, check, or psychological tension, not really, unless you count her dad. The romantic relationship may face greater challenges, check, but there's still a sense of hope and redemption, sure. Includes tension or conflict, but generally balanced with lighter elements. Themes may touch on taboo topics or unconventional relationships.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah.
Spicy.
I'm going to say 2. Yeah. I think 2 is fair. I don't remember the spice all that well. I know there was some.
All I know is that she watched him get a blowjob in the flashback.
No. Yeah. That was that was mentioned way more than it needed to be.
So we had that, and then we had the scene that they had in the wet t-shirt contest. I don't know if that counts as spicy.
I thought that was fucking stupid.
That was so stupid.
Oh my God, it was so stupid.
So
dumb.
Yeah. So yeah, 2.
Content.
I forgot we had this category.
I think. I mean,
I have to look at this.
I would say a 2. I don't like it. I think it was a little messy, but given that there were so many plot points and it was messy, she did tie each plot point up. So that's why she's not getting a 1.
Okay, so 1 is the writing, plot, or structure are weak or undeveloped, repetitive scenes, poor pacing, or confusing storytelling. There are words on page, but that's where the effort stopped. Oh, that's kind of harsh. Sorry, not sorry. 2 is some good ideas or moments, but major issues with logic, pacing, or character decisions, missed potential, or frustrating plot choices that put you out of the story. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a solid 2.
Okay.
You agree?
I can agree with that. Yeah.
All right. So
Overall,
overall,
-10? Is that even possible?
no.
A
I was gonna
1.
say 2. The reason I'm saying 2 is because I finished it.
Let me if I would have given it 2 if I wasn't so irritated at the end of the book. But it's a 1 for me. Just no. Just no.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
would
I definitely don't disagree with you.
I would list any other thing that I've rated 2 before I would suggest this one. I just I kind of agree with like you said, like it was too busy. If she had just picked one focus,
Yeah,
like, but her calling the cops on him and then pissed off that he didn't call her afterwards, just it would have.
yeah.
I just can't. I can't get over that. I just really can't. Yeah, so a 1 for me.
All right. Anything else? Any parting words?
No.
All right, y'all. Let us know. Have you read the Redford Ranch series by Ariel Hendrix? What did you think? Tag us on Instagram at Bones of the Story, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for joining us on the journey into the shadows of love, where dark romance stories come to light.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Bones of the Story as much as we did. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. Your feedback means the world to us.
And to stay updated on all things dark romance, follow us on social media. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
We'd also love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, ideas, or even your own dark romance stories with us. Drop us a line at bonesofthestory@gmail.com.
Remember, our next tantalizing episode is just around the corner, so keep your hearts open and your senses sharp.
Until then, embrace the darkness and let the stories continue to stir your deepest desires.
This is Misty
And Jen,
signing off
from Bones of the Story.